value what you are doing on the international scene.
Okay, we're getting an update in the NEET case in which the Supreme Court has now issued a notice to the National Testing Agency on a batch of petitions raising concerns of the paper leak and has even asked for a CBI probe into the NEET-UG 2024. Supreme Court tagging and posting the pleas for hearing along with similar petitions on the 8th of July. This after the NTA cancelled the scorecards of 1,563 NEET candidates. The Supreme Court intervening yesterday amid the huge uproar. In fact, the centre even informed the Supreme Court that the candidates who were given grace marks will now be allowed to attend a retest that has been scheduled for the 23rd of June. So the Supreme Court, in fact, coming down very strongly on the National Testing Agency. Arunima joins us for more on this. Arunima, this is a big indictment, isn't it? The Supreme Court, in fact, yesterday had said that the sanctity of the entire exam process has been affected. Now, this is big news. Has it asked for a CBI probe? Can you give us more details?
So what we know so far is that the National Testing Authority, they had gone to the Supreme Court saying that their petition be transferred to the Delhi High Court. There were similar petitions filed by others as well. The Supreme Court issued notice to the National Testing Agency, NTA, and these include petitions which spoke about CBI probe into the entire NEET-UG 2024 and also tagged all the other similar pleas that had come in for hearing on July 8th. This was a vacation bench of the Supreme Court that was hearing the matter. Yes, there is a lot of backlash from the students that we are getting to hear about. This is about the grace marks that has been awarded and the conduct of the examination that has been done. But what the Supreme Court has done at the moment is that till July 8th, it has issued notice and asked the National Testing Agency to come back and tell them as to how these discrepancies happened and then take a call whether CBI probe is required or not.
Isn't this a big setback and a big embarrassment, not just for the National Testing Agency, but even for the government? You have the Supreme Court casting a doubt and, putting the entire process under the scanner and making all these judgments. You have the Supreme Court yesterday saying sanctity of exam affected, seeking answers from the NTA. This when, Arunima, the NTA had been saying all this while that the allegations of a paper leak and all those inflated marks were completely baseless, false, and they were absolutely incorrect for the students to say.
So we'll have to wait and see what happens on July 8th. But the fact that the Supreme Court has taken cognizance is not in sync with what the National Testing Agency has been saying so far. But since they also approached the Supreme Court themselves, saying that all the petitions be transferred to Delhi High Court, there are various courts in which various pleas have been filed. So when the notice is issued, we'll just have to wait and see what is the affidavit that the National Testing Agency filed. How do they defend themselves against allegations of discrepancies in awarding of marks, discrepancies in the way the exams were conducted. So that we'll have to wait till July 8th. But yes, the fact that the Supreme Court has taken cognizance and issued notice is something that the NTA would have ideally want to avoid.
Right, Arunima, thank you so much for joining us. Some more break.